Hey folks, welcome back to another video. I appreciate you joining me on another one. We're going to hold off on the other projects we have going on right now to do a 1911 update from the CMP. So this is my round 4 gun. I picked it up 2 days ago now. I placed the order in October of 2023. Many of y'all know there was a couple things that happened at the CMP several months ago that held up orders for a pretty good bit. I was at the very end of the round 4 orders. My number was somewhere around 46,000, but they've resumed shipping out orders. I got the call last week that said it was ready to be filled, and they're moving through the facility really quick. Within 48 hours after paying for the gun, it was waiting for me at the FFL. I think they're trying to get through the orders really quick to work through the backlog. And in the future, I believe there's going to be another round of 1911s, and I read that they might actually extend the limit up to 4 per person. So it was 1, they moved it up to 2, and there's an off chance that they could actually raise it up to 4. That hasn't been confirmed, but I've seen a few sources that say there's a couple changes coming with the CMP, and there's going to be more chances to get 1911s, so that's pretty cool. This video is for anybody that hasn't ordered from the CMP, or if you have and you just want to take a look at a nice service grade 1911. We're going to do a look at the gun. We're going to go through the package contents, everything that comes in the box, and then hopefully, weather permitting, we'll shoot the gun just a little bit at the end. So we'll take a look at the gun first. So this is a 1944 Colt frame with a Colt commercial slide. So this is one that the military bought from Colt in the early 50s as a replacement. This was the first generation of fully hardened slides made by Colt. Pretty cool stuff there. It's got some markings here we're going to go through. RIA is the Rock Island Arsenal, so it was rebuilt there. That's an inspector's stamp. It's got a few more stamps. The Ordnance Department back here, it's got a rack number. Got another inspector's stamp on this side of the frame. Pretty cool gun. It shows a lot of the older wear that we like to see on 1911s. This wasn't a recent rebuild. It's probably been in this configuration since the 50s. All the parts are they match really well. The color matches really good. The slide stop, the safety, everything's wore pretty much the same. Mainspring housing, really nice color grips. So all around a really nice Colt commercial on a Colt frame. This is a really good representation of a service grade 1911 from the CMP. It has a replacement slide, a replacement barrel. It was a high standard barrel, which was very common on the Colt replacement slides. So probably in the 50s they put a high standard barrel in it. Everything's still in really good shape, color matches. Overall, a really good piece from the CMP. So I was happy with the gun. Show the magazine. This is a Metgar. Pretty standard 1911 7-round magazine. These are made in Italy. They're supposed to be pretty good quality magazines, and every gun comes with a magazine. We'll go through the envelope. There's a few things with names and addresses and phone numbers that we won't show, but got a packing slip here. Everything that came with the package from 1911 shipping, dated March 11th. We've got a little information sheet on the snap safe lock inside the case we'll look at. We've got an invoice with the price showing how much it was and who it was shipped to. We've got a card from the CMP for a TSOS reproduction, and it's supposed to be a companion for your surplus 1911A1, so you can send that in and get a good deal on a reproduction gun. Really cool booklet that comes with the gun. This is a general maintenance manual for the pistol, kind of printed on the old letterhead from 1964. So it's nice they send this in with the gun. Shows in depth how to take it down, field strip it, and even more in depth if you want to take it all the way apart. It shows step by step in the old fashioned how to do that. Pretty cool. Gives you the specifications at the front of the book, the weight loaded and unloaded, the bore axis. Show some of the blueprints for the gun. So that was a nice touch that they had in the packaging. Snap safe lock, and then a chamber flag. So that's a look at the inside. Really cool stuff. The CMP is a really good program. It's pretty cool. They acquire the old military guns and put them back into civilian hands, promoting safety, accuracy, and everything. So it's really cool what they're doing. Another thing, I won't show it on camera, but they give you a personalized certificate of authenticity with the serial number of the gun, addressed to you, and the date on which it was bought. And every one of them are signed by the CEO of the CMP. And then it also gives you a thank you card, which is good for a 2-hour range pass at the CMP ranges. Looks like there's 3 on the back that you can visit, and it's got your name, and it's stamped the date the gun was issued from 1911 shipping. So overall, pretty cool package content. If you haven't purchased a gun from the CMP, I highly recommend it. I wasn't really on the fence, but it's one of those things you don't know what you're going to get. It could be a replacement slide from the 80s. Some of the parts could be different, just a total mix match. I think I got pretty lucky with this one, so I was really happy when I saw it. That's just a chance with the CMP, but no matter what, you're going to get a older military 1911. It was probably issued at some point in its life, a frame or a slide from World War II, and then onward. So really cool program. If you haven't looked the CMP up before, definitely take a look at what they do. Cases are really nice. If you haven't ever seen a CMP case, it's sealed on the inside. They look pretty indestructible. You can see it's got a seal that goes around, and then a little ridge right here on the outside. So it is a tight case. Really cool stuff. I appreciate you watching the video. In just a few seconds, we're going to take the 1911 out to the range and fire it a little bit. And later on, sometime, I don't know when it will be, we need to do a more in-depth 1911 video. We've got some different slides and frames to look at. We've purchased a few now from the CMP. We have a World War II Colt slide to look at compared to the commercial slide. I think we have an Ithaca gun, a Remington Rand, and some more Colt frames that we can look at. So maybe an in-depth video coming where we actually field strip the gun, look at some of the barrels and some of that cool stuff. So stay tuned for that in the next little bit. We're going to take this out to the range now and fire it a little bit. So we've got our 1911 out to the range now. We've got a magazine filled up with 45 ACP. So we're going to see how the gun shoots. Did pretty well. Full magazine, no problems. Cycled all the cartridges in and out, really good. Like to see that. Well, I hope that gives you a pretty good idea of the CMP program. If you weren't familiar with it, I was really happy with the Round 4 1911 I got. I ended up putting a second magazine through it. Everything did fine. There was no jams or failures. Unfortunately, a storm blew in kind of quick and it got dark, and the settings on the camera didn't keep up quick enough. So I lost that footage, unfortunately, but nonetheless, we appreciate you watching the video. Stay tuned in the next couple weeks. We're going to have some more cool stuff coming out with the Smith & Wesson series, and we're going to continue the lever action series. So we appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you on the next one.